Hey everyone! So today's video, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite book series and how I sort of got introduced to it. And it is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. There's the cover. The edition I have is actually all 5 of the novels in one. And when I was in college, one day I was walking through campus with a friend, and the college bookstore was having a book sale outside, and we stopped to look at the books, and she saw this book and really knew the series and told me to read an excerpt from one of the books, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever read. So I bought the book right then and there, and I read my way through the series. I absolutely love The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and if you've never read it before, I really encourage you to. It actually started off as a radio show, also called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that Douglas Adams kind of created. And after several episodes of that, he decided to write a novel, and the first novel is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And then he adapted some other radio series into other novels, and then there's a little campy TV show based on the first 2 novels, maybe 2.5, and then in 2005 they came out with a movie. And of course, whenever books are adapted into other media, the story can change a little bit, but I know one of Douglas Adams' big things when he was adapting the storyline from the radio series to the book series, and then from the book to other radio stories, and then to the TV show, he would say that a big part of Hitchhiker's Guide was how the story would kind of happen in different parts. I have always been a big fan of the novels. They've been my favorite iteration of the story because that was how I was first introduced to all the characters in the story, but I really love the radio show as well. As far as the novel, I really love how Douglas Adams created his world, and I love his writing, and I love that it's set in space, but I just love that it's also kind of a comedy, and I love all the characters. They're all kind of quirky, none of them are really perfect, they all mess up a little bit. And the very first novel opens up with the main character, Arthur Dent. He lives on Earth, he's a human, and he is trying to prevent bulldozers from knocking down his house to make way for a new bypass. And then his friend, Fort Prefect, comes along and he says, I have some very important news to tell you. We have to go to a pub right now. And he tells him that the Earth is going to be destroyed to make way for a hyperspace bypass. And they're able to hitch a ride on one of the ships that are here to destroy the Earth. And so they go on several adventures throughout the galaxy. And it's a lot of fun. One of the descriptions of the book, well, it's called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because Ford writes for The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the book. And I love the description from the introduction of the fictional guide, where, it says that it has the words "Don't Panic" inscribed in large friendly letters on the cover. So I personally wrote, let's see if we can see it, "Don't Panic" on my cover of the guide because it just seemed fitting. So there are 5 novels. At one point it was a trilogy, and then he wrote a couple more novels, but it's still called a trilogy in 5 parts. The first book is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and that's my absolute favorite. The Restaurant at the End of the Universe is the next one, and that's my next favorite, followed by Life, the Universe, and Everything, which I enjoy a lot, followed by So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, and the last novel is Mostly Harmless. Unfortunately, he passed away before he could write any more books, but it is still a fantastic series, and I encourage you to check it out. Have a great afternoon. Bye.